Hi guys, it's Debbie. While I'm preparing some videos for the Oscar season, today I wanted to make a more light-hearted, simple video in which I speak about money, and in particular how to save it when watching films. Movies can become a pretty expensive luxury, especially when you're really into them and want to watch as many as possible. But there are many ways to save money or even not pay anything at all. Today I would like to take a look at all the options out there, from the most expensive to the completely free ones. Let's start with cinemas, the most popular place to watch movies, but unfortunately also the most expensive. Cinemas are the only place where you can get to see the latest releases, and there aren't exactly that many ways you can avoid paying them, but you can save a lot of money if you read the small print. Cinemas want you to watch films on weekend nights, better still if after 6 or 7 in the evening, and especially if it's a huge release like a new Star Wars film, a new DC movie, so they can whack up the prices even more. But if you read the small print on the website of most cinemas, you can find that you can save a load of money by doing it your own way. First of all, if you go to the cinema in the afternoon, you will usually pay less. In Italy, the chain of cinemas that I used to go to offer discounted tickets if your film started before 6 in the evening, even if this meant $5.59. Here in America, at my local cinema, an afternoon ticket will be $5, whereas just a couple of hours later it goes up to $12, more than double. So if you have the chance, pick an afternoon film, but better still if it's the morning. There will also be less people, so less noise and the best seats for you. Second tip, subscribe to your cinema's newsletter or pick up leaflets, because there are many other discounts your cinema will never blatantly offer, such as some days cheaper for the ladies, 2 for 1 on other nights. Keep your ticket and show it when you return for a discount. Bring back your 3D glasses and you get a discount on the next 3D film. Also, if your cinema has a rewards program, sign up for it. It's free and you get extra perks, for example upgrading to the next size of popcorn. So if you're going with another person, you can share the food or even keep it all for yourself. You may have a free film on your birthday and much more. Also check if you have subscribed to other rewards programs, because you might be able to use that subscription for a discount on your movie ticket. For example, at my cinema back in Italy, you would get discounted tickets if you presented your IKEA card, an offer which was written in font size 1 on a random leaflet I casually picked up while standing in the queue at the ticket office. But Debbie, I want to see the new Star Wars film on a Saturday night, on the first night it is released, in the brand shiny new multi-theatre cinema downtown. I don't have any rewards program. What can I do? Same thing. Read the small print, and there'll probably be special screenings, extra perks. I went to see Rogue One on the first day it came out, at the first available screening, with no discounts, no rewards program, but I received a brand new poster, the one that you could see hanging up behind me in my old room back in Italy. I had read about it online, nobody at the cinema offered it to me, so I had to ask for it, but they gave it to me. I wanted to do the same thing for The Last Jedi, but I didn't read the small print well enough, and it was only for Fandango VIP members or something similar. But usually if you gather enough information, you will get extra perks. For example, let's try and check out together the website of one of the biggest cinema chains in the United States. Let's pick AMC. It's not the chain I use, but it's one of the most popular here. So let's check out together what we can find. For example, Black Panther opening night fan event. See Marvel Studios Black Panther early in real D3D at our opening night fan event on the 15th of February at 6 PM and get a collectible Black Panther coin and regular popcorn. Under free Black Panther #1 comic book, see the King of Wakanda rule on the big screen and take him home in print. Get tickets to Marvel Studios Black Panther in Dolby Cinema at AMC on opening weekend and receive an exclusive limited edition Black Panther #1 comic. Anybody that had just walked up to the cinema would not have known this, because this will never be directly advertised. This was not on any of the advertisements on TV, nowhere. Then let's take a look at other random offers. You could tour the Winchester Mansion. Now through the 15th of March, you could win a VIP screening for you and 99 guests, or one of our weekly $100 gift cards. $5 for AMC stub members every Tuesday at the box office. That was just opening up the AMC website and checking under offers. Also, depending on the offers, if you live in a very small town, you can always pick your local cinema over one of these huge chains, because they're usually so much cheaper and they're just minutes away from your home. And they're usually not very crowded, because kids and young teens don't usually go there. They prefer the big chains because they're inside shopping malls and so on. And also, if you want to buy food at these smaller cinemas, it is usually provided at a ridiculously low price by like the cafe next door or the local church youth centre. The problem with these cinemas is that they usually have fixed prices, so you won't find those particular offers, for example, that we were talking about earlier. But it's a great option for saving money. For example, I saw Interstellar for €5 at one of these cinemas, and it's my favourite film. You can also try to attend free screenings, which are usually held in large parks and large cities where a film is just projected outside. I'm planning on attending something similar this summer in New York City. Now let's move on to something which costs a bit less. Another way of catching up with films, even if they're not the most recent ones, is watching them online. You can subscribe to platforms such as Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Prime Video, and by paying a monthly fee of less than $10, you can watch hundreds and hundreds of films 24/7. And even here, read the small print, because for example, if you have a Prime student, for example, your Amazon Prime Video subscription is half the price. You can also rent out films on Amazon. You don't even need Amazon Prime or services such as YouTube. On Amazon, renting out a film such as one of the Lord of the Rings, Baywatch, the 2017 Baywatch, Mad Max Fury Road costs 99 cents, and you can keep it for a whole month as long as you watch it in a short amount of time, like 48 hours or something. Also, there are some online services, for example BBC iPlayer in the UK, which streams everything that's been on TV for the last 30 days, including films. I'm not sure if there's a similar service in the United States, but I'm pretty sure there will be. Don't trust websites which stream films for free. It's illegal. You don't give anything to the creators of the film. Now I'll give you an example. When Dunkirk came out, I had to wait a month to be able to see it because I was still in Italy, and it came out actually more than 1 month after the rest of the world. So I was extremely tempted to watch it online because I knew it was like by Nolan. Nolan is my favorite director. His films come out every 2 or 3 years, and everybody was speaking about it. I was desperately tempted, just Google it, watch it online. But I waited. I saw it at the cinema and I never regretted it. I know after seeing it at the cinema, I know that it would never have been the same thing in a ridiculously bad quality on my laptop. So every time you're tempted by it, think that you're not going to get a good quality return, you're not giving anything to the creator, and it's just like stealing a DVD from a shop. But is there a way to get to see hundreds of films for free? Yes. The library. Yes, I mean your local, boring old library. Libraries have hundreds of films for free. You can rent out even 5 of them for a whole week. The good thing of DVDs which are rented out from the library is that you get to know all sorts of less popular movies. Also, on the contrary to regular films at the cinema, you get all the bonus features, the commentary, the director's opinion on the film, everything at the end of the DVD. And if you're looking for a more recent DVD, you can always ask your library to have it brought in from another library. Also, sometimes libraries have those big baskets with books and DVDs which they are basically given out for free, so it's always worth to check them out. In Italy, I lived in a very small town with a library which was 4-minute walk away from my home, and as a teenager, when I didn't have Wi-Fi, let alone a computer or a TV in my room, I used to rent out dozens and dozens of films from the library and watch them in my basement, and that's how my passion for cinema began. There may not be a cinema in your town, but there's nearly always a library. Libraries also often have special events with directors, writers, artists, and they often screen films for free with space for discussion at the end, so they're also worth to check out for that. You can also always ask your friends or co-workers if they have a DVD you would like to, in particular, to watch. Chances are one of your acquaintances will have exactly the DVD you were looking for, and it's completely free. You could even organize with your friends, if you're movie fans, to exchange films. You can also get DVDs at charity shops where your money will go to a good cause. The good thing of DVDs at charity shops is that you can often find popular films. In England, I bought Donnie Darko, still wrapped in its plastic, so never used, for £1.50. Another place to find discounted DVDs is baskets at shops which sell, for example, electronics, books, films, and they have these huge baskets with old films. Some of them you would never even consider buying, but others are like $1, and you might find something interesting. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I managed to share some of my money saving tips with you. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe for more movie related content, and I'll see you soon. Bye.